Hello my fellow viewers, Reaper here with a YouTube video of basically showcasing Warframe mods. Give me a second. Oh man, I love coffee guys. So, I mean, just letting you guys know, if you guys want to send me like $1 million, send it in coffee grounds. Anywho, um, now see, I've been speaking to a lot of players. A lot of people's been giving me wrong info, and then I'd have to like correct them like, no, that's not how this mod works. Blah. So I'm basically going to go over the entirety of mods. And I'll probably be knocking out a few things in the same process. I'm planning on making basically a whole like line of videos of teaching you how to do what, where you can farm what, so on and so forth. How solar rails work, blah. Because Warframe needs a bigger basis. I do understand it doesn't give you much of an intro or much of a tutorial when you first start. So that's basically what this YouTube video is to give you that extra step of knowledge. Alright, now with that knocked out of the way, we're talking about mods, yes? Well, you can come down to, okay, let me start back up here. Like up here is basically your HQ of your ship, or the bridge. Well, you go down from the bridge and you take a left, and then there's this deal for mods. Press square upon this, bada bing bada boom, there's your mods. Now, there's multiple mods out there. There's Riven mods, Prime mods, and then you got your rare mods. Give me a second, I have a ton of them. And then upon your rare mods, you've got your uncommon mods. And then after your uncommon mods, you have what I call junk mods. Now, where to start? Let's go ahead and say you're trying to organize. Well, if you press triangle, you can look through recent, rarity, rating, price, name, polarity, type, rank, and duplicate. Now, recent means what you've picked up recently, rarity, how rare the mod is, rating, that can be the Conclave or whatnot. I guess I could show you guys that one real quick. Well, that's all rating is. Price, name, polarity, type, rank, and then your duplicates, and I'll show whatever you have more duplicates of what. Now, if you're wondering how do I check if I have duplicates, well, there's two different ways. The easiest way is underneath the all tab up there. There is total, which my total is 1,985. Then you'll see duplicates 1,571. Then rating 25,774. And then riven capacity 2 out of 15. Now, it's kind of vital to pay attention to how much duplicates you have, because you can also get endo. So let's say 138. Okay, so see, I'm going to use these for example. Now I can either transmute them for 12 grand and get a possibility of a rare mod. I can sell these for 800 bucks, or I can get 20 endo out of it. Now, the only one that has a limitation on how many mods you could select is fusion and transmute. So let's go ahead and show you how to do fusion. So you grab fusion, bada bing bada boom, you're ranking it up with that endo. But if you look over to the right, you'll say rank 5 fusion cost. It'll tell you how much is valued. So I need to pay 310 endo, 14,973 credits. But that's not needed. Well, for me anyways. Now let's say you're trying to get rid of duplicates. Well, here's a good way to do it. Always try to keep one of every mod. So now I can either make 27k out of this, or I can sell it for 685 endo. Alright, now that we got that knocked out of the way, let's go back up to rarity, and now we start explaining how mods work. So these are riven mods. Now these are meant for individual weapons only. So I can't put this on like a gun or something like that that's different from the Celestiferax, because it's meant only for that weapon. Now, if you look at the bottom of that mod, which I wish I could zoom in on it, that one right there, you can either cycle it right here, which you need to do Kuva runs, and you gotta farm Kuva. I actually wasted all mine, but you can change the roll. So for instance, like let's say this one has reload speed and toxin. Well, next thing you notice, you get multi-shot and fire, or it re-rolls its current stats, and depending on how you roll it, you gotta find what fits what you're looking for. So if you're looking for multi-shot and damage, it's gonna be a hell of a roll, and it's gonna be considered probably as a godly roll because you're getting DPS out of it, and you're also getting that's pretty much it, just DPS. But now these Riven mods, they have a mastery rank requirement. So for instance, this one that I have right here, the Celesta Ferox, master rank 15 plus. So you have to be at least master rank 15 to use this one mod. Now it can change. Like the mitter, I'm probably slaughtering these, but the mitter Icon or Icon. Well, anyways, it's damage to Grenier, fire, and flight speed. But you have to be master rank 9 plus to use it. So these have different restrictions depending on its mod. However, the way that you earn these, well, you earn one from the War Within quest, and it is a very good quest line. I'm not going to ruin it or spoil it for any people or person that hasn't done it themselves. But it is a really good quest. You will really, really like it. Probably won't like the rewards, but it's still a damn good quest. But if you don't find the mod that you're looking there, that's okay. That's okay. You can always sell these for plat, or you can farm them. However, keep in mind, the only way that I'm aware that you can farm these is going over here to Sortie, doing this mission, and this mission. And then you get thrown into this reward pool. Out of this reward pool, you can win a Sculpture, Riven mod, Focus Lens, Endo, Booster, Lens, Exodus Adapter, Forma, Orc and Catalyst Blueprint, and Reactor. And then a Legendary Core. Good luck on winning anything good. I want to tell you that now. You wonder how I got like 32,000 Endo? 32,000 times of just that. So, so we just went over Riven mods. Now let's go over Prime mods. There's multiple Prime mods. However, some of these are actually locked because you can only earn, for instance, Prime Fury from your 200-day lock-in reward. And then if you're going to earn Prime Vigor, that's your, I believe it's 400-day login. So, but all these other ones you can just either buy, trade, sell, so on and so forth. Keep in mind, the difference between a Prime mod and a non-Prime mod is you get way more boost for your stats. So, hi Vim. So the way that let's say you have a Prime pressure point and then you got like a normal pressure point, which is normally a gold mod. So we'll go over here to melee. If I remember right, it's a bronze mod. Yeah, right there, pressure point. So as you can see, there's 120 damage right there. Now see, that's maxed, alright? Now if you come back here, that's maxed, but that takes 14 capacity. So this is where formas take into place, because sometimes you need to forma your weapons, your gears, to have the best, what's the word I'm looking for? The best loadout to your liking. So this one has 165, 120 to 165. Take your pick. So each one of these mods, they all play their own goal, because there's mods out there that you can heal yourself with. For instance, like Healing Return. Alright, fam. So, for instance, Healing Return, heal for 1 point when hitting a target with affected status. Well, some people don't quite know what that means, which is cool. What it means by status is either a element that you do damage with, or a what's the word I'm looking for? An element, or basically slash, puncture, impact. So that's what status is. So this one, it's not like Life Strike, because with Life Strike you need to channel, which you press your L2, and then and it's normally on a melee weapon. Actually, it is on a melee weapon. But when you use your melee weapon and you press circle on an enemy, you can go from anywhere, like I went from anywhere from like 30 some health back up to 700 health. So it does work. But That's there's those kind of mods out there. You just gotta do your research on your mods, because every mod can either make or break you. Vim, I will talk about that later. As of now, this is just a Warframe tutorial because there's been a lot of players who's been coming to me asking me questions and all that, so I'm trying to knock it all out in one go. But yeah, we'll talk about terms or whatnot. But where was I at? Oh yeah. Okay, so now let's talk about corrupted mods. All right, so now most people when they think about corrupted mods, they're like, I don't know what you mean, unless you've played for quite a while. Well, see, the way corrupted mods work is they give you a boost, but they take away. Not all corrupted mods are that way, though. There's like drift mods, but those are different mods. But for say, Spoiled Strike, as you can see here, you get 100% attack damage and negative 20% attack speed. So that means I'm hitting 100 times harder, but I'm 20 times slower. So you have to find a mutual ground. So that is a corrupted mod. So let's find a drift mod. I'm not sure if I have a drift mod for Melee, actually. I know I have one for frames, because they're normally just for frames. Now your drift mods, for instance, Cunning Drift, Coaction Drift, Agility Drift, so on and so forth. All these drift mods, the way you earn those is going on to the moon of Earth, Lua, and you do missions there. And there's these puzzles, and we'll get into that later on down the road. But excuse me, but you complete these puzzles, you unlock these mods, which you basically just walk through a portal or jump through a portal, depending on where or how it's set up. But when you go through these portals, then you can pick up these mods. I think we pretty much covered it all besides Conclave mods. Now, Conclave mods and regular mods play a different thing. Because if you go to play Conclave, which is PvP, you don't have the same mod loadouts. So, for instance, I'll show you. Let's say that I want to do Conclave or something like that. This is my normal Conclave loadout. Now, if you remember all the mods I had, well, it changed. Now, the way that you can tell these are Conclave mods is if you look by the height and reflexes right there, there's like this weird wing symbol. That's how you know it's a Conclave mod. Each one of these mods, they help. Trust me, they help a lot. Like, for instance, this one gives me mobility, but power limit, but bada bada bada. Anywho, oh wow. Appreciate it. But anywho, anyways, these mods, the way that they work out is these are for Conclave because they have a mutual ground where you don't have pressure point for your, for say, melee. Yeah. Even though you guys just saw that I had prime pressure point. Well, yeah, that'd be awesome if I could have it. I'd be doing a lot of havoc, but it's not like that. Conclave and regular mods play at complete different goals. In order to actually get Conclave mods for Conclave itself, you have to go to Earth. You go to the relay, either one of these. You go up the stairs, and then you go talk to the to Tashin, which is basically the Conclave leader guy. And the way you earn augments for, say, like Loki's radiating disarm, you come over here. There's 3 different sentinels you can join. You can join New Loka, Red Veil, Parent Sacred, Cephalon Suda, Arbiters of Hexes, and Stone Meridian. Let's go ahead and go through Arbiters. So you can buy Specters, Relic Packs, weapon barrel parts, you know, blueprints for a large team energy restore, and then here's your mods. And then you buy like a little cosmetic for your ship there. And here's the augments. Each one of these play a frame's powers differently. Like, it gives you a boost to that power. For instance, like Ash. Let's say Ash. When he throws Smokescreen down, he only goes invisible. Well, with this one, Smoke Shadow, Smokescreen augment conceals allies for 8 seconds. So not only are you going invisible, your entire team's going invisible, depending on the range of your Smokescreen. And then this one, Fatal Teleporting. So instead of just teleporting to somebody, now you're doing 200% extra damage when you teleport them, and 50% of your energy refund. well, 50% of your energy is refunded if you get that kill. So, but it normally takes a while to start up, so don't get discouraged when you first start. Trust me, I got a little discouraged, but you need to just make friends. That's pretty much what you need. This game has evolved past the point where you can basically solo. Granted, you can still solo, but it's not really meant for soloing. If you want to get up to the high levels, like 1000s, killing them off and all that, you need to have a proper team. You need to have a really good team. You can't just be playing with normal mods. So normally that's for in-game players. But if you want to know more about your mods, or what mods are out there, so on and so forth, it's a very simple process. Here you can look at your quests, which is your codexes. But if you go to the universe, and go over here to mods, you look at every mod out there. And it'll tell you where you get them. See, for instance, like drop sources. It tells you can transmute it, send to Phobos. However, I haven't really done much of, what's the word I'm looking for? Much of my codexes. But yeah. So if let's say that you're asking about a Prime mod. Void Trader. But that's his name. Don't ask me to say it, because I'll slaughter it. But that's how you get that mod. Because it will tell you the drop sources, so on and so forth. For the most part, I think that covers our little mod tutorial. If you guys ever have any questions or any concerns or any statements, always post it on the right here. And I don't expect any huge return yet, because I mean I'm just starting it up. But yeah, probably my next video will probably be uploaded sometime tonight, and we'll start talking about fractions and what's the best way to damage them, what's their damage modifiers, buffs, so on and so forth. We'll go through that, so you know what kind of weapons meant for what. But other than that, without further ado, thank you for watching. Reaper signing off. Ciao, guys.